Hello guys, I don't know what I'm looking at, but we're recording this now, and it's Kate and Mater in Huntsville. We're here at the hotel in our room, and what I have here are the materials I could find. Let's say it's hard to not be able to drive, and I cannot drive. So what I can do is to reach out somehow and find stores that can be as close enough for me to buy supplies.
Thankfully, the dollar store is within walking distance here, so we can buy paints and nail polish and stuff.
So we could get to a Dollar Tree, which is right near the hotel. There is Dollar General. There are other stores. The family showed us really good stores, but they're quite far away. So we do not want to take Uber to go get supplies and come back. So what we have here are basic supplies. Anyway, I'll show what I could find. This one is multi-surface satin. So this is just pure black. We visited several stores and I was just researching on what I could find.
These were from Walmart.
Folk art. These two are from Walmart. Folk art brand, and this is called Amethyst. This is Duraclear High Gloss, which was not in Walmart for some reason, so I had to. Was it in Walmart?
I don't remember.
I do not remember if it was in Walmart. I think it's the craft store that is here. There is Michael's that I never visited here yet. There is another craft store which is really good. And how was it called?
Is it Hobby Lobby?
Hobby Lobby, that's the name. So I got the Duraclear High Gloss. It's varnish that we can find in any craft store in Winnipeg too. But it's not the same exact texture. And I do not know, my assumption that it's just not the same in the humidity. Here it's really humid and it does not look like the same varnish at all. So you might see it when you apply it, but it just dries in a different way here rather than it would be in Winnipeg. Then I got the Decoupage gloss, and this one was from was it Dollar Tree?
I mean, doesn't matter.
Or Dollar General. It's called Crafter's Closet.
From a dollar store.
Dollar store. I do not know if it's a good brand or not. Cannot really say because I did not use it for a long time. But the same brand has acrylic pink, which, as you can see, does not really cover. It's quite see-through. So I would not recommend this paint for what I was doing. For base coating rocks, it's not a good idea. And this is what I could reach with this 2 layers of this paint. So this paint is not for this purpose. So it could be good for other purposes, but not for base coating rocks. So as you guessed already, it's about painting rocks.
There's not much we can do here.
Not much we can do, but what we got here is enough. So we got Poscas. And in Hobby Lobby, I could get the Uni Posca paint marker.
Or was it Joann's?
Oh, was it Joann's? It was Joann's.
Like the place you went to was Joann's, but yeah, they mentioned Hobby Lobby as being like the best one or whatever.
Oh, it was Joann's. So I got the Uni Posca single. And because Mater used lots of black for something, and I needed a finer paint marker. So that's what we have. I got these brushes from somewhere. Dollar store. So the back says which brushes we have here. And they're quite nice ones. Also, what we have are the nail polishes. So this was first day, I think, when we never had any art supplies. But we could get rocks from near the pool. There was a little place where we could gather rocks. So I was using this top. This is a gel-like shine, no UV needed. and it's extreme shine gel-like polish.
It's just a cheap top coat.
It's a cheap top.
Nail polish.
Yes, so I just use it as a top coat instead of the Duraclear.
And it worked.
It worked.
Fine.
It worked. Also, we have several colors here. We got black.
I love black nail polish.
We got purple.
This one's a very pretty one.
And we got this nice red. So for base coating, we do not have to have paints. We can use nail polishes. So instead of using all
Nail
that,
polish works fine as paint. Like it's kinda takes longer to dry.
it's hard because this.
Hello.
Hello, we're back. It was a little storage space for us, for my talk. Okay, so I'm just going through the base coating process right now, but we are moving on. I do not want to work on this rock right now because it's drying, and I can just say it looks good with this nail polish, and usually nail polishes are great for base coating. They're not for this purpose, and this brush probably does not do the best because it takes forever. And I want to fix it a little tiny bit before I move on. And Matra, do you choose? I base coated several rocks with the black paint, and they're dry already, so we can work with this.
Yeah, as you can see, they're base coated, but like at the bottom, you can see like the actual rock. You know, but
So these
just the
are
top.
Huntsville rocks, Huntsville suburb rocks, and they're breakable. I believe these rocks can break. I do not go in the processes and everything, so I just show what I made so far. So it's just base coated rocks, and I have a couple of ready ones. So this one is a ready rock. It has a silhouette done with a paint marker, just black Posca paint marker, and I base coated it with this folk art metallic acrylic paint, and then the top I used the high gloss varnish for this one, the Duraclear high gloss, and the back again it's black Posca marker, and it says Winnipeg Rocks Facebook and my initials. So this is the one I have here, and this is another one that I do not know if to call it ready, leave it this way, or to make something on top of that. I actually like it the way it is, so I'll probably just leaving it this way. Okay, let's move to painting.
Alright, sweet. What are you gonna paint?
I have a pattern that I want to draw, and then it could be something on top. It doesn't have to be. So maybe I'll pick, let's say I can pick this. What about this? It looks interesting.
Yeah.
It's a piece of coal for Christmas, for now.
I think I'll choose this one because there's lots of drawing space and it's mostly kind of flat. Not really, but it kind of is.
So what are you going to do?
I was thinking of, I'm not sure what to draw. I was just looking at the things in the room. Like, I was just thinking, like, what is there in this room that I could use for a reference? Like, I guess there's lamps in this hotel room. There's our food. There's an apple.
An apple? What about your shoes? You was thinking about your shoes?
Yeah, I was thinking about painting, like, my shoes because I thought that would look interesting on a rock because, yeah.
This is what I got so far. So I basically just make very simple movements here.
Thinking of painting my shoes on the rock. I thought that would be interesting. Maybe it's silly.
What they have available? Why not? It's not silly. Many artists were painting shoes and boots. Why not?
That's true. But
It's a simple crosshatch, and when it comes together, it's colorful, and it can be something else on top of that. So that's what I'm going for. Just take different colors. What do you need for that? For what you're doing?
I'll just look at my shoes from this angle.
And reflect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll just need white and black. Really, that's it.
White and black.
And
Okay.
maybe gold when I'm almost done.
I don't have the
Or
gold.
I'll just use yellow or orange or something.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, time to get painting.
And I just repeat the colors again and again. And if they do not fit, it doesn't have to be exact same surface. So I can do it. Oh my God, sorry. So I could do it in the corner as well. And it looks a little bit rough, but what I can do with that, I can add some white and it can look like a fabric. So I can make it look like the fabric pieces are stitched together. Some orange. Some red, blue. There's lots of blue. I don't have a lot of purple. Don't have purple yet. Can make this little piece work. So here, I do not think I need to go over with all this all over. It doesn't have to be on covering the whole rock. It can be just this surface piece.
Okay, this is the start of
this
my,
looks good.
my little shoe.
It looks good already.
I'll make it a little more detailed and I'll probably add another one as well.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So I do need white
Okay, here.
for what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stitch this together. So I just create stitches on the side to connect these together. So those are fabric pieces
Let me see.
that are stitched together. So the result will be very simple looking, but it's fun. And I can go over here, and here, and here, and here.
I'm gonna need the white too. Maybe we should have
Here.
got another white.
Anyway, I came to this result, and it looks cute. And I'm thinking now if I want to write something on it, or I want to do something else. So let's say I could draw a silhouette, or I could just leave it this way like a cute rock, or I could go and do the same thing around the edges. So I'm probably going for the edges this time. And this rock flew away several times from me. So, and I can just add and add and add. And I just place them randomly because the space in between is really easy to feel. Purple.
And do you just want to keep the video going, or?
I do not know. Do we have enough storage for?
We do have some storage, but I think it's better that we paint like.
Maybe I'll finish this process and we come back, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so this
What
is
we
my
got so
progress
far.
right now. And we will come back. Hello.
Hello again. Hello, hello. I made several rocks and Major made a cute one of her shoes. Just look at this.
Yes, I tried to keep
like
it simple, but it's on a small rock, so I tried.
It's bigger than all of mine together,
Yeah, I mean,
except
it's
of this one.
still, like, it's a tiny rock. I'm not used to painting on rocks. My mom is.
Well, what I made this cutie that says be happy.
That is so cute.
I made this one, which I decided to keep just as simple as it is. It's just a nice shape of it. It's triangle. So I just kept it the way it is. I made a flower. I made a flower with a bag. This one, I do not know what to do with it yet. So it's base coated with nail polish. I don't know what I'm doing with it. Then I made this, which needs to dry before I move on with any kind of in my thinking it would be a little bit of black around that to make it a bit sharper. Maybe not. I don't know. So the choices for putting the top layer. Simple choice is nail polish. It works. It's glossy. It looks nice. My preference would be the Duraclear High Gloss.
If you can get that at like a dollar store. Or
preference for some situations would be Mod Podge first, or Deco Podge as it's called, and then putting the Duraclear on top. So I think for this rock, I would prefer this first to smoothen it up a bit, and then put Duraclear on top when this is dry. For all other rocks, I would just use Duraclear. For your rock, I would use Mod Podge, Deco Podge, and then I would use Duraclear on top.
Okay.
The reason is I just want it to be preserved nicely, and even like when you put a layer of Duraclear and it's one layer, even two layers, and I use sanitizing wipes as an example to wipe the rock, it gets off together with paint. It's possible to put more layers, but it's cheaper too. And we're recording again. It's cheaper to use this one, the Deco Podge or Mod Podge, I would say, and then using Duraclear on top to keep it better preserved. I use sanitizing wipes instead of baby wipes here, and I could, instead of going and washing my brush, I could just wash it every time after each rock, or I could just use different material I want to just clean the brush in betweens. So I used Deco Podge gloss for this rock, so I'm not touching it yet until it's completely dry, and I will apply a layer of Duraclear High Gloss. Right now I could use can I get that plate, please? That plate over there.
This one?
Yeah. There, thank you. All right, so this plate, 110 plate, and we're using the Duraclear. So I just use it for a rock to glaze it or varnish it, or which verbs do we use for that?
Top coat, I don't know.
Top coat. Okay. So what I love about paint markers is that they do not smudge, do not the sun does not get them too quickly, as it could be with regular markers. They fade, but also just look at this. It did not smudge.
They're nice.
So these are good markers that I like using.
Paint markers are not the same as regular markers at all.
At all.
They're water-based paint inside of like a marker or pen or whatever.
Some of them are oil-based, but I'm not used to oil-based paint markers.
Well, Poscas are water-based, right?
I think they have some paint in them that is acrylic-based. I'm not sure. They just work. You know what? I'm not interested in what's inside even. It just works.
Who cares? It has paint and it puts the paint on a rock. So.
Okay, so I can use this again, and you can see how clean it is, comparably to some of the markers, they would be on here already. Okay, so yours, I would go with some podge first.
I put my little signature there. Hopefully none of that gets smudged.
So do you want to use podge first, and then you can
Which
use...
one is the...
This is the podge. Yeah.
Okay.
So I would say this is a protective layer. It builds up a little bit, and then I would apply the gloss.
Okay, hopefully it's dry enough.
And when it's dry, it's not white if it's thin enough layer for the Mod Podge, but for this one, it's probably the same thing.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know what the difference is yet.
Well, should I just do it on top or all
I would
around?
wait until this layer dries. You can show it, and then I would go with the Duraclear.
It looks like this when it's wet. I don't know if you can see that on camera very well, but it's like not. You can see it.
And then a bonus from HR would be her drawing that she did today. It's a simple drawing, but it's worth showing it, I think.
Maybe. Yeah, while I'm in this hotel, there's not much to do. I mean, there's watching TV, going on your phone, but there's also drawing.
There is drawing, always drawing, and Alf
Yes.
on YouTube.
Yes.
Okay, so this is what Matra drew, and I possibly can just move it a bit closer so we can see.
Yeah, I drew this guy. He has a nice mustache and some spiderweb makeup. He's pretty cool, and I don't know. I drew him. He came out of my mind. There's no reference for this one. And this one, I just drew myself in the mirror. I was bored, and I was just waiting for the paint to dry. So yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah, and it kind of smudged, and I think I drew something else.
Oh, this is
Yeah,
really
I drew this
nice.
little,
Look at
I
that.
drew this little moon in the sun. It's pretty cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
So what we're doing here is not very, very original, maybe?
No.
No. Painting shoes, and I would go for a thinner layer so it dries a bit quicker.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just not used to this kind of stuff, but yeah, thinner layer.
And then plates are coming handy, so I do not throw the plates after I eat. I wash them and use them for art supplies and paint and stuff. This one is not dry yet, so I'm going to do it later, and then we'll post the photographs. This needs to dry, and maybe I'll apply another layer of paint. This actually is a red paint marker, and there's paint that is quite translucent by itself, but on top of red paint marker, it makes more sense. What else? I think we're quite done for now, and then our next step, our next video we're planning, I'm not sure we can make it yet, because I do not have any idea what we're going to paint, but I got this package of canvases. It's a pack of 10. I used some of it already, and I put some paint on one. This is still in the package, so we're going to work out some idea that would be more interesting than just base coat in it or anything like that. So we'll come up with an idea and come back to you when we can.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much for watching.
Bye bye.
Bye.